And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And checking out some numbers for Kyle Kuzma.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Zach Edey out there with Jackson. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Morant is out there with Rollins. And it's Prince in at the small 4. Hurtling down the home stretch of this season, Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see, but we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of year so exciting.
Now, here's Caldwell-Pope, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Prince. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo, and it's good, 2 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now Edey. Here's Kuzma. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Kyle Kuzma, 1 shot.
That one misses for Kuzma.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
Giannis outside. One second left. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like
the previous play is under review.
The basket off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. And it wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor. But replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that.
A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Jackson is out there with Edey. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Scottie Pippen. And it's Caldwell-Pope in at the shooting guard position. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You know Ja Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
2 shots.
That's good from Morant. Both free throws good from Morant.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Kuzma outside. Back to Edey. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Now Morant. Here's Giannis. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. The Bucks on top, up by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Rollins is out there with Morant. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
It's tipped. Pass to Morant. Back to Prince. Now here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Kuzma. Turner with a screen on Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. And Turner the bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Turner's got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee. Now Kuzma. Here's the break. Here's Prince on the money from 12 feet away. Prince has got his first bucket in this one.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey guys, come on. Let's close this quarter. Let's close it. Got to pick up our pace. Got to pick up our pace right here.
And Doc Rivers looking for a faster tempo, as you heard, wanting to make a big push here.
I think he realizes when his team is attacking at both ends, that's when they tend to go on runs.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Jaren Jackson is out there with Zach Edey. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Pippen in at the point. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle, and he was emphatic in telling his players not to let up at this point. He told them to stay active on defense and contest every single shot. He said, quote, "We worked too hard to get this lead. Let's protect it," trying to keep them focused down the stretch.
And Allie, thanks so much. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Morant. They get a hand on it, and he commits the intentional foul.
Jaren Jackson Jr. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Outside Kuzma. Buries the deep ball.
easy to see why they turn to Kuzma in these moments. They trust him to go get one.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Prince against Kuzma. Now Jackson. And the 3 misses. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Memphis. 6 seconds left in the 4th. And what's their best move at this point?
Still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
And so the Bucks take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sideline. Allie?
Giannis, an impressive performance. Talk about what this game showed you about your team.
No, this game was great. I think everybody came out ready. Everybody played great. We were moving the ball. We knocked down shots. But most importantly, we were playing great defense. But at the end of the day, it's just a win. We got to build off this. We got to go back to the gym, watch film, and get better.
And as always, Allie.
Starting at point, standing 6'2", number 24, Ja Morant.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. Let's see some of the numbers here for Ja Morant.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Jackson. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Monk. Then there's Edey. And for Sacramento, outside in the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. Mario Saric is out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Morant in at point. And a few of the top guys, coach, in this league have been on hot streaks, fueling early MVP conversations. I guess it's never too early to talk about the MVP, is it?
Yeah, that definitely builds excitement for the fans and sets the narrative for the rest of the season. But you know, Kevin, it's still way too early to tell how it's going to shake out.
Now Morant, after the missed 3 from Dennis Schroeder. Morant kicks to Saric. Pass to Sabonis. Now here's Morant. Off target from three-point range. Schroeder outside. Here's Jackson, covered by Saric. The fader. A shot that time, not on target. And so that's the end of the first quarter. Offensively, pretty stagnant. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
Yeah, they're off to a smooth start, but that's no reason to get comfortable. You cannot let up in this league.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Jackson is out there with Edey. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Malik Monk. Jackson gets the bucket.
Well, modern-day big men can hit threes and guard multiple positions. That's Jaren Jackson.
24 seconds left in the first half. And it's DeRozan missing.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
To the inside. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Memphis out in front, leading by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game, great performance by Jaren Jackson.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
Outside on the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. Sabonis is out there with Sharp, and it's Morant in at the point. And so that's who Doug Christie starts the second half with. And Sacramento has possession. It's a three-point game. DeRozan's shot is off. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Morant with the steal. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And the dunk by DeRozan.
It's best to just get out of DeMar's way on a breakaway like that.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Pass to Edey. Now Monk. Guarded by Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jackson. And that one, good. Jackson's got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Grizzlies lead by 3. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, you've got Malik Monk. Jackson is out there with Zach Edey. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Doug Christie said to his team. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen, hoping to inspire his team here.
Thank you once again, Allie. Charge, a screen on Monk. Outside DeRozan. Lets it go from 11. Edey rips down the rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And And now we've got the intentional foul.
Ja Morant. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Memphis. Dennis Schroeder at the line for 2.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Here's Levine. From outside. Outside DeRozan. Lets loose a 3. Edey rips down the rebound. So it's Memphis picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jaren Jackson.
At point guard, standing 6'2", number 12, Ja Morant.
Hello and welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Here with Grant Hill, Doris Burke, and Allie LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining us at the broadcast table tonight, our very special guest, Shams Charania. Great to have you with us, Shams.
Great to be here, BA. Great to be here with you guys. I very much look forward to this.
See if you say that when you're done with us. And here's Memphis' starting group. We've got Brandon Clark. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And for the Raptors, Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. R.J. Barrett out there with Ja Morant. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. Here we go. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Ingram on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, just going to work on the defense. Ingram using an agile move to beat him.
Quickly passes to Jackson. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 19 seconds left in the opening quarter. Basket's good.
It's hard trying to match up with Ingram, especially when he's looking to score inside.
Quickly outside. Shoots over Morant. Nice shot from the wing. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Toronto out in front, up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
BA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I got to go. I got to get to this news right now.
Man's got things to do. Always enlightening to hear from Shams. It's incredible some of the information he gathers.
It is very difficult reporting to do, and the reason why is you are constantly on the phone trying to earn the trust of your sources. And you have to be reliable and accountable for what you say. His job is not easy.
The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter.
Just tremendous defensive determination right there. Refuses to allow the easy two.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Toronto out in front, leading by 4. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. On the court for Memphis, Emmanuel quickly is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Jackson. Barnes finds Morant. Six to shoot.
Boom! Ja Morant! And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Quickly with a screen on Barrett. Jackson outside. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. 3-point lead. To the inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Raptors up 5. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. It's a 5-point game. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. And it's Morant in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And we will have a timeout called by Tuomas Isalo. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys?
And Ali, thanks. Now here's quickly. Cleared away by Ingram. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Morant. Jackson against Barnes. Let's loose for 3. Oh, he cannot hit. And so Toronto takes the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
All right, let's go courtside to Ali LaForce with our player of the game. Ali, it's all yours.
Brandon, hot shooting for you tonight. Where do you get that confidence level to take over like this?
Thanks, Ali. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Ali LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team.
Some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our very own Ali LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. We've got Green. Brandon Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Ty Jerome. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
First one falls for him.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
All free throws good from Morant.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
On the wing, Green. Rebound by Williams, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Green. Clark a screen on Booker. There's Green with the 3. That shot off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Suns on top, up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Perimeter pair for him will be Booker and Brooks. Dunn is out there with Williams, and it's Morant in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. For Memphis, they come in off the loss to the Warriors.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
On the wing, Green. With 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. It's been so far. Starting the second half, here's Tomas Isolo's foul. We've got Jaren Jackson. Ty Jerome out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Brandon Clark. No good from Booker. Memphis with the ball, trailing by 5. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Jerome passes to Green. Clark a screen on Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Dunn. Over Jackson. Misses off the right iron.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Booker. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Suns on top. They're up by 7. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Perimeter pair for him will be Booker and Brooks. Mark Williams is out there with Dunn, and it's Morant in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And good that time.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's Morant. It's stolen by Green. Fast break Memphis. Jacks up a 3. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity.
Coming right up, the Grizzlies taking on the Timberwolves. For Memphis, they're on the road and looking to make a statement win against a top opponent. A win here could turn their season around, and it all happens next. T-Wolves, Grizzlies is coming up next, and we'll be right back. Greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You take a look at the Timberwolves. They've been outstanding thus far, claiming the top spot in their conference. And of course, Memphis, not posing much of a threat right now.
You know, from Minnesota, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoff will be stiff.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. We've got Edey, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there with Mike Conley. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And for the Timberwolves, McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Ja Morant is out there with Edwards. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stolen by Reed. Morant, the pass to Reed. Edey with a steal. And now the Grizzlies on the run. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Here's Minnesota. Randall with it. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Back to Edwards. Reed, a screen on Caldwell-Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Reed. Let's go with a 3. The shot, no good. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
On the court for Memphis, Jaren Jackson out there with Zach Edey. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Mike Conley.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Pass to Randall. 3-pointer. He can't get it to go. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. To the paint. Stolen by Reed. Conley against Morant. It's Edwards on the wing. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Edwards got 5.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he got it with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. And it's Morant in at point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Jackson against Randall. Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
Minnesota leading by 4. And here's Morant, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. Reed for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Reed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jackson on the wing. Shoots over Randall. No good from 11 feet. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it's really nice to see him orchestrated for a teammate instead.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. We've got Mike Conley, Jackson out there with Zach Edey. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Randall sinks it in the post.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
This fella knows how to finish a game off. There was no question about those free throws.
Timeout called. Memphis. 34 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Now Jackson. 14 feet away. Oh, it's off.
Working from medium range, he was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Jackson. Oh, touches it off the glass. We see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching.